Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya. Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Satarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Mukham Karoti Vachalam, Pangum Langvaite Girim, Yat Krupa Atamaham Vande, Shri Gurum Dinatarine, Hare Krishna. So today we'll see verse number 20 and 21. So Arjuna is explaining his vision, what he is seeing in the universal form. So we saw that he has mixed emotions. He is wondering, he is ecstatic also, and he is repeating the words or description that Krishna has said or that Sanjay also described. Okay, so from 20th words, Arjuna's emotions or the feelings start a little bit changing. So let us see what exactly is the meaning of this. So Dyava Prithivyor idamantaram hi
द्यावा पृथिव्योरिदमन्तरं हि
Yaptam Tvayekena Dishascha Sarva
व्याप्तं त्ववेकेन दिशश्च सर्वा
Drushtva Adbhutam Rupam Ukram Tavedam
दृष्ट्वा भूतं रूपम् उग्रं तवेदं
Lokatrayam Pravyathitam Mahatman
लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मनं
Dyava Prithivyoridhamantaram hi
द्यावा पृथिव्योरिदम् अन्तरं हि
Vyaptam Tvayekena Dishascha Sarvaha
व्याप्तं त्वमेकेन दिशश्च सर्वः
Drushtvaadbhutam Rupamukram Tavedam
दृष्ट्वा भूतं रूपम् उग्रं तवेदं
Lokatrayam Pravyatitam Mahatman.
लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मन्
Please chant.
द्यावा पृथिव्योरिदम् अन्तरं हि व्याप्तं त्ववैकेन दिशश्च सर्वः दृष्ट्वा भूतं रूपम् उग्रं तवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं तं महात्मन्
द्यावा प्रविद्यो इदमन्त्रं हि व्याप्तं त्वयैकेन दिशश्च सर्वा दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपम् उर्गं तवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रविदितं महात्मन्.
Okay, so let us see translation and purport. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all the space between. Oh great, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed. Dyava Prithivyo, the space between heaven and earth, and Lokatrayam, the three words are significant words in these words because it appears that not only did Arjuna see the universal form of the Lord, but others in the other planetary system saw it also. Arjuna seeing all these universal form was not in a dream. All whom the Lord endowed with divine vision saw that universal form on the battlefield. 21. Amihi tvam surasanga vishanti kejid beta pranjalayo grunanti swasti uktva maharshi siddha sange stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhi. All the host of the demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them very much afraid are offering prayers with folded hands. Host of great sages and perfected beings crying all peace are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. Purport: demigods in all planetary systems feared the terrific manifestation of universal form and its glaring effulgence, so prayed for protection. So we see in these verses that the mood is little bit changing from wonder and ecstasy to somewhat fear. So Arjuna is saying the more details, right? So he just explained before that from Brahma to the lower planet, but now he's going into detail. So he's saying that I can see earthly planets, I can see all the planets, and not only the planets but also the space between them. So he was able to see the complete universe sitting at one place. He's able to see that, and he also saw that all the um, main vibhutis of Krishna that he explained in the 10th chapter, right? Ashwinis, Kumaras, everybody, those who are the, how to say, the in charge, you can say, of the planets and Gandharvas. So he was able to see them also. And he is also explaining about their expressions, what exactly they are doing. So in the 21st verse, we see that he is explaining that all the demigods also see you, and some are becoming very afraid. And because of the fear, they are offering prayers to you. So, and they are also entering into you. That's the, though they are surrendering, they are entering into you. So that's the fearful factor, that they are entering into you. So that means that not only this our body or earthly planets, but the higher planets also enter into the universal form. Means they are they also have a life which every moment goes on reducing. So the demigods also are praying to you for what? For protection. Mm. So this is how Arjuna is explaining that he is not only saw he himself saw the demigods, all the devatas there, and they are praying to the universal form. So this universal form, whenever seen by anyone, generally they will pray. Srila Prabhupada mentions that those who have the uh, Durudrushti, or the vision given by Krishna, they can see this form. Right? So if the devatas and everybody, they are bewildered, they are afraid, their expression is of fear, so they are able to see this form. That's why they are seeing this form and they are becoming afraid. So some demigods or some higher planetary system, they also have this vision to see this form. And by battlefield also, only Arjuna was able to see. Sanjaya by Vyasadeva's mercy. So those whoever saw this form, they were actually becoming fearful. Slowly, now Arjuna is explaining the reality. So whenever we see something very wonderful and something very surprising, initially our expressions are of also joy, uh, or we try to comprehend what we are seeing. So it takes some time to digest all those things. And once we come back to our normal state, then we understand what exactly is this situation or this vision that we are having, and then actually we are in a position to express our real feelings. So here Arjuna also in last three verses, as per explaining little bit details about the universal form, and also expressing his wonder. Now he is realizing the some other nature of this universal form, which is fearful. Hmm. And it's not only Arjuna. Arjuna is still not expressed any fear, right? But he's seeing that the others who are able to see this form, they are fearful and they are offering prayers, and they are also, even if they are surrendering, they are entering into the universal form. So we see this form, it's very difficult, or maybe very near to impossible for us to um, image. Not only image, but to visualize how this universal form is and how it's was looked by Arjuna. But we can understand from the expressions of Arjuna what exactly this form is, how it is, and what its knowledge is. Uh, so we have this is also a common factor, right? When there is something fearful, it's not only that we on the earthly planet will be fearful, but the same expressions will be given by the uh, living beings in the higher planetary system. They will also have the same feelings. They will also express their feelings by prayers, or the way we, because they hear the word crying also is used, right? Because uh, they are also out of fear, they are crying, uh, and they are expressing their request to the universal form. Mm. So this universal form, though we cannot have image, but there are different pictures you would see in different Bhagavad Gitas and everywhere, right? The picture of the universal form, those are actually created or painted based on the descriptions that Arjuna has given, or that Sanjay has given. Based on that, the painters have tried to imagine and uh, portray what they are able to think from these descriptions. But we can see that they have, means, of course, what they have shown is pictures are great, because if we see those pictures, we can uh, remember the shlokas, what the shlokas have said and what exactly that picture is. But uh, still we have the limits, right? But the painters, because Srila Prabhupada told them to read the books and then paint. So it was, there was Srila Prabhupada's mercy also to them, the way they painted all the paintings, not only the Bhagavad Gita, but in Bhagavatam also there are so many wonderful paintings drawn by the devotees, and those devotees had not completed studying Bhagavad Gita or studying Srimad Bhagavatam. No, they were just new devotees, but they wanted to do something for Srila Prabhupada. So, and they had this art of painting. So Srila Prabhupada engaged them, and Srila Prabhupada told them that what you are going to paint. So I have heard in one lecture that one Mataji who was painting for Srila Prabhupada, she used to tell that when Srila Prabhupada will request to draw some picture, Srila Prabhupada will explain the pastime. What exactly is this pastime? What is the mood of the characters in the pastime? And how he thinks the picture should look. And so the Mataji was telling that the way Srila Prabhupada used to tell, it was as good as like it felt like Srila Prabhupada is seeing what he is telling. So it was so lively, and then the devotees, based on Srila Prabhupada's explanation, and as Prabhupada told them, you read the pastime and then draw. So these devotees were actually had some special mercy that they draw these pictures very nicely, just reading these verses sometimes, uh, maybe 4 times, 5 times, whatever. But then they were able to draw these pictures. So please check these pictures in the Bhagavad Gita that you have. And then if you see the pictures in different aspects of that picture, you can see the shlokas they try to paint. So this is how the bhakti part works, right? You surrender unto your guru and you try to follow his instructions, and then the results will come. So Arjuna also becoming slowly fearful of the this Vishwarup form, and he's seeing that the other higher living beings also afraid. So we'll see a couple of, I think till 23 or 24, Arjuna will explain about the what he is seeing in the universal form, not only the existence, but also who are the others who are praying to him. And then he will express his feeling after seeing all these things. So that we will continue to see in from tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Comments? Any additions?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you for the class. I have a small concern, like doubt.
Mhm.
During the peace talks before the Kurukshetra war,
Mhm.
yeah, I heard there Krishna also shows the Vishwarupam that time also. Is it true?
Yeah, so when he went for the last chance to Kauravas, right, as a peace messenger for Pandavas, he
Yeah.
went to pacify, and that time he offered them that you only give 5 villages, then there will be no fight, but they refused. And at that time, Duryodhan was angry that I will not give anything, and that time he ordered to arrest. And that
Mm.
time in the TV serial, it is shown that he showed his but it bigger form. That was not his normal form.
Normal. Okay.
It was his opulent form and the form of his power, by which Duryodhan and all the Kauravas understood that yeah, they cannot arrest Krishna in any way. So that was not exactly the Vishwarup,
Okay. Okay.
but that was the form that showed the opulence of Krishna. And then Duryodhan and everybody, and actually Bhishma Dev also saw it,
Right.
Dronacharya saw it, and Vidura saw it, and
Mm.
then they actually prayed to that form, which is something different, because
Okay.
they saw the chakra also.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the opulent form that Krishna showed. That if you think of arresting me, it's beyond your capacity what you are thinking. That form he showed.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, thank you. Because in this chapter, Krishna says like nobody has seen this form before, right? So that was
Yeah. That's why I got
yeah,
little confused.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Thank you.
no problem. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much.